um, about Trinont and about Transform and about some new product, well, the old products that came first that were my favorites that got me into this. And then of course, my life is changing as we go. So I will, Benny, you want me to just kind of tell my latest results?
Yeah, why don't you share why do you have people here? What are you most excited about? And then we'll go through some of these awesome
products. So I just have been trying to invite everybody I know. And so if you're watching live online, great. If you're watching here, awesome. But I am so sorry. He'll get moved in a moment. Come here. So our products are amazing health products. And I know that we have things that help a myriad of issues, because as I always like to say, we all have issues. And so my issues have been getting helped. And my body has changed. My mental health has changed. And I know that a lot of you have experienced those same kinds of things as we grow older, there are pains that come with that and all kinds of things, events that we go through. And so I just want to provide an opportunity for you to learn about ways to make some healthy changes that doesn't involve a drug that then has a side effect that requires a drug that then has a side effect that requires a drug, and the cycle never ends. So I'm going to let you take over while I take care of the pooch.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much, Gretchen. As I said, I've known you a long time, and just the changes that I've seen since you've started the products are absolutely inspiring. I'll just kind of share a little bit of my story. So I was introduced first to the Glow Collagen last August, so just over a year ago. And within 2 weeks, I was feeling changes in my body to the point where I actually got on a call with a VP of the company to find out more about this company. So I absolutely love the products. We're going to be talking a little bit about a new product that we have called Transform. So Gretchen was sharing a little bit about, we all have challenges with our health or places in our health that we'd like to take to the next level. So for me, to be honest, I didn't even know that my pain could, I didn't know there was a level to get to with my pain management for my plantar fasciitis and my hip pain. But my main focus was, one, I turned 41 this year. So I really wanted some overall wellness for aging, but also for me was energy. I'm a single mom. I have a busy 8-year-old boy. Life, I felt depleted. I'll be honest, I felt depleted almost every single day. And these products, the best way to share with people was I started to feel younger. I started to get that energy back. I started to get that vitality back. And I was so excited. So I've been using these products for a while. I've also fell in love with the business side of things. We have a very special guest, and her name is Lori Allen. She's a diamond in the company. So I might get Lori just to share a little bit about Trinont and why these products are so special. If you can unmute.
Yes, I had to switch to my phone so I can unmute. Sorry about that. My mouse took a dump on me. But I'm so excited to be here. I would love to share a little bit more about the products and just the company. I don't know if Benny shared. First of all, Benny's just amazing. So thank you so much for inviting me on. Our company is 10 years old this year, which is pretty exciting. And I like to say we're like the 10-year-old, like kind of unheard of company until like right around this positioning, we're really starting to see this big boom come. And it's pretty amazing. I was introduced to this company 3 years ago. On the 27th of this month is my anniversary. And I'm super, super excited about that. I too fell in love with, I joined for the business without trying any products, but I fell in love with the products the second they arrived at my doorstep. And I've been taking everything every single day since. And I probably have a testimony with every single product. That's how impactful and incredible they are. Yeah, I mean, what else would you like me to share? I don't have any slides or anything because I had to shut down my laptop.
Oh, no worries.
I would love for you to just throw out there, because I know it's a little bit different in Canada, but there is a little fee to join. And why is that worth it, Lori?
Oh my goodness. So we have a variety of starter packs. A lot of them include a fee. If you wanted to just sign up, it's $99. And that includes your website for an entire year, your app to run your business for a year. It's absolutely worth it. And then on your year anniversary, it's $49 to renew after that. So it's something that I would pay for over and over again. I didn't even notice it. I came in with a kit, so it was included. And yeah. It's 110% worth it.
Awesome. And Lori, you just come with a wealth of knowledge and experience. So I'll get you to kind of jump on in a few places. So one of my favorite things about the products, I'm going to pull up some slides afterwards. But I just first want to share a little bit more about the products, and then I'll call it a pull up some testimonies that we have so you can actually see the differences. So one of the things that really sets the products apart is the quality. So a few things, our products are based on raw whole foods rather than synthetics. So 97% of the supplements on the market are synthetics. The easiest way to know if a product is synthetic or not is if it has vitamin C in it, look for ascorbic acid. And this was something that I really started to dive into was the ingredients. So except for our bovine grass-fed collagen, everything is plant-based and raw whole foods, including our new Transform. This product is going to blow your mind. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And the other thing I love about the products is we have proprietary formulas. Our collagen alone has 7 patents on it. Advanced technology. So there's often blends, and then the bioavailability of the products to actually work in your body. So I know, Gretchen, you are feeling amazing, and you've tried a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You've been working really hard on your health for a really long time, and you've been having major health wins here. Have I. I've spent so much money on all different, health things, holistic health, and these have made a real incredible difference for me. But my favorite thing is our testimonies, hearing from other people. I was just chatting with a mom. So my son is 8 and we're dealing with some sleep issues. And what happens when you're dealing with an issue, you ask people that you know and trust or that are going through it. So let me tell you, I just threw it out to moms. What do I do to help my son with this? And they have the best ideas. So that's what I love, is that you get to hear from other people and what's working for them. So we're going to go through a few of our products. The first one I'm going to talk about is my absolute favorite, and that is our Glow Collagen.
And mine has just shipped. I'm finally getting more in.
Yay! It is so popular that it was actually on back order for a little bit. Luckily, I have extra in my cupboards because I literally will not go without this. So this is our Glow Collagen. It is a liquid bovine grass-fed collagen, and there's a few things that make it unique. So it has 11 grams of collagen peptides. This is about 10 times more peptides than the collagen you'll find in the grocery store or other brands. We work with a really incredible holistic nutritionist, and she scours every label and she's broken it down for us. And it's about 10 times more value for the peptides and the quality ingredients you're getting. It also has a clinical dose of biotin in it. It has hyaluronic acid, which helps with your fine lines, but also like WD-40 for your joints. So collagen is the scaffolding of your body. It is your bone matrix, your gut lining, your connective tissue. And for me, this collagen has been the gift that keeps on giving. So the first thing I noticed was after just a few weeks, my body was starting to react differently. I was no longer waking up with sore feet every day. And I have tested it to the limits, including going to Vegas and dancing till 4 o'clock in the morning in shoes that I would never have been able to wear a year ago.
And then you walked through the airport the next, well,
I
a
walked
couple
through
hours
the
later.
airport. Thank you to my mojo in the morning. But that would not have been possible a year ago with my plantar fasciitis. 8 years I had plantar fasciitis. So, and then a few other things. You might notice my long, beautiful hair. That was not the case before I started my Glow Collagen. So not only is it great for your joints, it's also great for your skin, hair, and nails. Lori, do you want to just share a little bit about the collagen? Because I know you love this product.
I do. I love collagen. I actually started taking it right away when I first started. And it's a kind of a funny story. My friend told me that it actually would help with, I already have a lot of hair. So I was like, well, what would collagen help me with, besides wanting to look younger? And she was like, you should see these cellulite testimonies. And I'm all about like, okay, show me the testimonies. Started taking the collagen. I like to tell people I've got like turbocharged cellulite. So 1 dose a day did not touch my cellulite, but I actually saw an article about collagen loading, which is where you take 3 times the daily dose for 30 days to really fill your depleted collagen stores. So I'm like, I wonder what would happen, to my backside if I did that. So I took a photo. And then I collagen loaded for 30 days. And the reason I really wanted to do it was for my gut health. I've had gut health issues forever. And a lot of people don't know the lining of your gut is actually made of collagen, but I can't show people the inside of my gut. So I'm like, let's just see what it does to the booty. So I did my collagen loading for 30 days. And on the 30th day, I took an after photo and it literally blew my mind. It looked like somebody ironed the back of my legs and my behind. Like it was mind blowing. My before and afters went viral. I literally just sent them to a friend in a private message because my jaw was on the floor. And I can even give her an approval if it was okay to share my results, it was literally everywhere on social media. And we sold out of collagen like a few days after that. But it's still one of my absolute favorite products.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And I have to tell you guys, I actually met Lori's bum before I met her face. So
Me too.
I saw her before and after pictures. Anybody else a skeptic? I think we all are by human nature. And I thought, there's no way that this is a real person. And then I met Lori and I was like, oh my gosh, I have seen your before and after photos. So I'm going to pull up a few after we share. But I just love the collagen. It's amazing. One of the things that happens as we age, as we start to lose collagen, about 1% after our 20s. So by the time you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you kind of roll over in bed and you can injure yourself. Anybody else? That's where I was at. And so we should be supplementing with a good quality collagen. So in my opinion, anyone over the age of 30 should be supplementing with collagen. And this one is amazing. Now, this Transform product, I'm going to tell you, when they told us that it was going to outpace collagen as our #1 product, I thought there is no way. And it did. And it has, and it's become a lot of our new favorites. I'm just going to briefly touch upon a couple other products that we have. Actually, Tina, I wasn't going to, but I see that you're there. Would you want to share your collagen testimony?
Oh, yes.
Tina is amazing, and she has the most incredible testimony on Glow Collagen. So because she's here, we're going to pull her on.
and I've seen her in person and can testify to this. She was my roommate in Vegas. She is my #1 Canadian. And so I can tell you what a difference this makes.
It does. Okay, I have very little voice. I'm sorry. It snowed today and we are snowed under and my throat doesn't like the cold. So forgive me, but I will try to talk loud for you to hear me. So my story, I took a stumble in the snow in 2018. I actually fell in a manhole, like a clean out drain. The cover had been left off and it snowed. And so there was a skiff over top and I didn't see it. I stepped off the curb to head to my car and stepped right into the hole and flew. So hit my knee, my hip, my shoulder, my face, had nice road rash. Everything healed beautifully except the knee. Took about a year for my healthcare team to clue in that it wasn't healing. I had torn everything. ACL, every ligament, everything was shredded. And so, okay, well, you're not going to heal without surgical intervention, my dear. So they scheduled me for surgery right on May 2nd of 2020. So needless to say, I never got my surgery. When our world finally opened up again and I got back in to see the surgical team, it had now progressed to the point where we were looking at a new knee. The hyaluronic acid, the WD-40, as Benny uses my favorite phrase, the hyaluronic acid between the knee bones was gone and I was bone on bone. And it is my right knee. So there were days where my now 13-year-old son, who was 10 at the time, I couldn't take him to his activities. There was nothing that I could do. I couldn't drive safely. It just wasn't possible. I couldn't walk at this point. I was now fitted for a brace from hip to ankle, and that was good for about a year. And then we progressed to a cane, and it got to a point where we were looking at a walker. It was no driving, no walking, no moving, nothing. And then I started seeing Benny's posts about her plantar fasciitis. And I watched her for about 5 months. I'm going to be honest with all of you. I was thinking to myself, what kind of snake oil is this lady using? And I finally got to the point when they said, you might need a walker. Okay, guys, I owe it to my son and I owe it to me to give this a try. So I called Benny up and gave it a try. Sorry. Within 2 weeks of starting the collagen, the cane was gone. A week later, no more brace. When we were in Vegas, I wore my brace in the airport because I didn't know what to expect. It was my first big trip since. And so I wore my brace, took my cane. On the first day we were there, I did 22,000 steps. Yes, I did have my cane, but I got out of bed the next morning, nothing for pain, didn't wear my brace for the next 2 days, did 22,000 steps each day. All I used was my cane just in case, because I didn't want to fall over and have somebody have to pick me up. No pain meds. And we've been home for a month now. I haven't used it since I got home. No brace, no cane, 100%. So to say that this has changed my life, it's an understatement. Thank you, Benny.
Oh, Tina, I have goosebumps. And not only did she do all those steps, we went to Fremont Street as a team. And I can remember Tina said, I don't know if I can do Fremont Street. And we said, well, we'll go at your pace. And man, you rocked Fremont Street. So
all the way down
to the Golden Nugget. And that is quality of life. Like, I mean, I braced myself in Vegas, waking up the next morning thinking, oh, cement, dancing all night. And I was also fine. Now, a little thing that I love to have with me as well is Optimize. It's a proteolytic enzyme, and it was actually designed for pro athletes to get them back on the field quicker. But guess what? That also works for, people who are walking on cement or having surgery. And it is going to be like a Pac-Man on the rogue protein and inflammation in your body. So it's my secret weapon when I'm either getting sick or when I do activities that my body doesn't normally do. and I am shocked that I am never sore. So
It works for
collagen
headaches as
and
well.
headaches and migraines. Leah's on here.
Yeah.
She has a great optimized story.
Optimize and boost. Way to
Optimize
go.
and boost. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Thank you, Tina. We're gonna move on to the next product, which is my second favorite because it helped one of my loved ones who's actually on this call. And that is our enriched digestive enzyme. We normally do a pudding demo, but I'm doing a different demo for you guys tonight. So if you want to see the pudding demo, just let Gretchen know and she will send it to you. This is a full spectrum digestive enzyme. It has 11 different digestive enzymes in it, and it's actually a 3-in-1. It also has a pre and probiotic. So I know a lot of people who have replaced a few different things in their cupboard for this. I also have some friends who are using other digestive enzymes with no luck, and this one has done the trick. I can remember one of my friends was like, fine, I'll try that Enrich. And she came over and she said the very first day it worked for her. So we've all heard of gut health. This is a little health hack for our gut. So we take 1 to 2, 20 to 5 minutes before you eat. And it's going to help with optimal digestion, but also absorbing your nutrients. So this one is just pure magic. Gretchen, do you want to share first about your experience? Because you messaged me the very first day you tried this product.
Yes. So I will tell you that I gave these a try and I said, I'm going to give this a week and I'm going to see what happens. And in a day, I said, okay, this stuff is real. This is it. Because I had Zest and I had Enrich and I felt amazing. I ate school lunch. I was a teacher still, and I ate the crappy school lunch. And normally after that, I would kind of have a crash, right? It's a lot of carbs and whatever, and you'd have a crash. And I did not crash that day. I did not feel disgusting. I was not overstuffed in a way, I was fine and normal. I felt the same as I'd felt before I'd eaten, except I wasn't hungry. And that was miraculous because I have never felt that way before. And so in that first day, I said, oh, okay, there's something here. There is something to be said for this.
I love it. So it's going to help break down your carbs, your sugars, your fats. And for me, my win with the Enrich is that I have been gluten sensitive since my 20s. And it just kept getting worse as I got older. So similar, we talk about the collagen as we get older. Bad news is that digestive enzymes, the same thing. We stop producing as many. So as we get older, as well as with stress and, environmental factors, sometimes we're a little hard on our bodies. And we need those digestive enzymes to process any cooked or processed foods. I'm going to bring on Trent because I love that these products are good for so many people, including men. And this product was our second product we tried. And what you need to know about Trent was heartburn happened frequently for him. In fact, every night. And so I handed him the bottle and said, will you try this for me? Do you want to share your experience?
Yeah. So mine wasn't a one night fix, but probably 2 weeks for me. And like Benny said, heartburn was just part of my life. I had Tums all the time. If I had a heavy meal or even just pretty much any meal, really, I would get heartburn. And then I don't know if any of you have had heartburn, but when you lie down, like for bed, when you've got heartburn, it just bubbles right up and it hurts and it's annoying and it's horrible. So it was about 2 weeks. We were eating dinner one night and it was red wine and steak, which is a huge, huge trigger. And then I think Benny noticed it first. She's like, we had dinner and normally I would go to the bathroom and grab Tums. And she's like, how come you're not going for Tums? You haven't had Tums in like a few days. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And since then I've had heartburn, and this was about a year and a bit ago. Since then I've had heartburn like 4 times. And I went from daily heartburn to like I said, not having it at all. And it's just amazing. Like the quality of my life is better. I have better energy. And then on top of that, something I wasn't really looking for, but I lost about 8 pounds in 2 weeks just from digesting my food and eliminating properly. Is just unbelievable. So I mean, this is hands down my favorite product. I've gotten on the collagen game too now because my shoulder was sore, and that's really helped with that. But my first love will always be Enrich.
And you know what I love is like sometimes our partners or family members, you know, we get to know them pretty well with their complaints. And so, you know, giving the gift of love, but also you don't have to deal with as many issues for the loved ones in your life, which I love.
And I
So
want to add one more thing to it
Yeah.
for that Enrich. Beth can tell you because she worked at my the integrative doctor's office that I always reference. And the brain gut relationship was talked about all the time. And see all the time. And the Enrich really made me realize exactly how true that is, because with that Enrich working on my digestion correctly, I was able to kind of start to repair my leaky gut. And I was able then to cut my anxiety meds in half and down to the lowest dose, because the serotonin that your gut makes can actually get to my brain now. Whereas before it just leaked out with everything else, my gut, because of Enrich, started to work correctly. And so now the brain gut connection actually has a connection. And so that also is quality of life changing.
Absolutely. And I mean, we've all heard of that gut brain connection. One of the things that I love is the longer that I'm on the products, the better my quality of life gets. So I have a heart condition, and one of the things is that I have a bit of a lower immune system. So I would Trent can attest to this, because Mav would come home sick and I would get sick and Trent would never get sick. And I would catch every cold that would come through our house. And I have not had a cold in a long time. And we're now like almost the end of October. And he has come home with multiple germs. My parents have caught it and I've been fine. So one of the things, you know, with that consistency and your gut health is over time, you're going to see a lot of benefits. Okay. So we're just going to briefly talk about nootropics, and then we're going to jump in to Transform, which is our new product that we're so excited about. So nootropics are, they come in a hot chocolate or a coffee, as well as we have a lemonade, a lavender vanilla, and roasted peach. So the nootropics are going to help with 3 things. Number 1, they're going to help with your sustained energy. And for me, as a busy mom, I would always hit the afternoon and feel like I needed a craft of coffee. And so I had this Starbucks habit where I would kind of like plan my day to like find a coffee shop in the afternoon. And what I noticed when I started drinking the Mojo, so I've actually replaced coffee altogether. We might have a coffee on like a holiday and make a latte or something, but every day I just have my 1 cup of Mojo in the morning. And I noticed a real increase in my energy level. The other thing it's going to help with is your mood and your mental health. And I know this might sound crazy, but people call it a hug and a mug, and can really help with your mood. So last year, this time, I have always had really bad anxiety, but it was particularly bad. And I was having panic attacks every week. I'd have to like pull over the car, kind of panic attacks. And I haven't had a panic attack in a very long time. So the nootropics are just amazing for energy, mood. And then the third thing is helping with your metabolism. So I call it a functional drink. I know people who have replaced their energy drinks, their coffee, lots of different things. And then on a personal note, my son's father, so like my ex-husband, he struggles with social anxiety as well as depression. and he has tried the nootropics. He does the zest because he doesn't do coffee, and our focus, and he has noticed a very drastic difference in his mood, and to the point where his coworkers at work have asked what's wrong with him because he's so happy. And you know, we're both single parents, but he will not go without his focus and his zest. And then he actually just told me this morning when he was dropping off our son that he wants to start the collagen again. So I just love that these products are helping so many people in my life. Anything you want to add to this, Gretchen? Because this was another product you tried and you messaged me the very first day you tried it.
Yeah, that very first day, I quit Dr. Pepper. I used to have Dr. Pepper every morning. I am not a coffee person. It's not, no, I've tried. I tried to be a coffee person. I am not. And this roasted peach lemonade zest, I don't drink Dr. Pepper anymore. And so I think probably to my parents' dismay, because they have stocked that in their house for me, knowing when I come visit, that's what I want. So sorry, Mom, she's here. Sorry, Mom. But I used to have that at school. If it was a tough day, I would have more. We're talking carbs, we're talking sugar. And I don't have it anymore. Once in a while, I may order one. And I have started to realize I don't even really enjoy it when I order it.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay, I'm actually going to pull up my slides. I'm going to show you guys a few before and afters. We talked about the collagen and the zest, and then we're going to talk about the transform. I'm going to get Lori and Gretchen, as well as anyone else who wants to share their experiences. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen here. Okay, can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, okay, so this is Adam holding his zest. And when I say impact products, most of my texts I get from him are not happy texts. They're usually the world's out to get me, pretty negative. And he had the zest and the focus. And the very first day, this was the text message I got from him, feeling great. Oh, this was the second day. Feeling great again today. And I'm not even gonna lie, I have not seen him smile in years. So that was pretty incredible. This is our Glow Collagen. This is one of my really good friends, Leslie, who's having banana results with our Transform right now. But this, Gretchen, you were in Vegas with her as well. And Laura, you talked about your varicose veins, or sorry, you talked about your cellulite. What she noticed first was her varicose veins. So you can see the freckle on her leg. She actually thought it was the wrong leg. She had to double look because her varicose veins went subdermal. And then also she noticed it in her face and just her overall, energy and pain. This is one of Leslie's best friends, Krista, who really struggles with hair loss as well as skin issues. And I actually just saw her last Thursday. She came into town and her hair looked gorgeous. And she's been on the collagen since about December. She was at the point where she was getting fitted for wigs. That's how.
I wouldn't know that from what her picture on Facebook looks like now. It does not look like this.
Yeah. So it has made a huge difference for her. Here is our friend Candace. It's really helped with her rosacea. This is our friend Jen Laurie, who's actually a holistic nutritionist. It looks like she's had work done, and she has not. That is just collagen. So you can see her face just looks so different. And then you can see me here on the right. My hair just keeps getting longer and longer. It grew more in 7 months than it had in 2 years. And I tried everything, every shampoo, you name it, I tried it. Okay, so we are now going to talk about our very new product called Transform. And this is an enzyme. This is a plant-based product, and it converts sugar to fiber in your gut. It also has a thermogenic called Grains of Paradise. And we're going to talk about it a little bit and then share what we're noticing. This is new to the market. this is blowing lots of people's minds. I have to tell you, I went to my chiropractor on Thursday and I told him, oh, we're really excited. We've just launched this plant-based product that turns sugar to fiber. And literally from across the room, his head turned and he said, how can I get that? So when I say we are disrupting the health industry with this product, we are turning heads. Gretchen, do you want to talk a little bit about Grains of Paradise and what you're noticing with it?
Yes. So I did some research and listened to some videos and all kinds of different things because my scale moved the first week. I lost 5.5 pounds the very first week. And then my scale didn't move. And then it kind of went the wrong direction a little bit. But I pulled my jeans off yesterday without unbuttoning them. So there's still changes happening because these jeans used to be a busted can of biscuits in them and they weren't comfy. So I did me some research, and Grains of Paradise it's in the ginger family, but it turns your white adipose fat, which is what we usually get, and what it when you're obese like I am, it coats around all your organs, and it's nice bubble wrap for them, except not really. So that fat is what stacks up in our body. It converts that to brown adipose fat, which is what your metabolism does. So your metabolism turns that fat to that brown fat, which is what happens when you exercise. The white fat turns to brown fat, and then poof, it's used up. And so Grains of Paradise fakes like I'm exercising and I'm not. So maybe I get rid of the gym membership. I don't know, but it acts as though I'm exercising, and it takes that white fat, turns it to brown fat, uses it up. It's a thermogenic because it creates heat. Your metabolism is a heat thing. And so when it's heated up, it can burn off, right? Like burn energy, it burns off. So I lost 7 inches in 2 weeks. When that scale didn't move, I lost 7 inches because it's converting my fat.
Yeah, I love it. And I can see it in your face, but
Thank you.
also I have noticed your posts and your clothes are fitting differently. That is absolutely incredible.
I do the same clothes every Sunday morning. I take the same 4 pictures and I compare it to the first week so that I can see it, but I share that because that's my testimony, and I do measurements and I share those.
You're amazing. So what this is going to do is it's going to help stabilize your blood sugar, improve your glucose metabolism, and convert that food into energy. It is absolutely incredible. So Lori and I had the privilege of going down to beta test this product. So we signed an NDA. We could not talk about it. They took our cell phones away. I had to text Trent and say, I'm not going to have my phone for the day. They're taking them away because this product was so new and exciting. And we had to not talk about it for a long time. It was a hard secret to keep. And we have Lori on here. Do you want to share a little bit about your experience?
Absolutely. So I was super excited to get to test this product with Benny. I had heard about, something similar where you get your blood sugar balanced, it actually helps you lose weight. And I was like so excited about this product. they recommended that we order CGMs, which I actually am wearing one right now still. Well, it's a new one. But I actually discovered by tracking my blood glucose that I was actually in the pre-diabetic range, and I had no idea. But it literally was like a light bulb to me because I had been struggling to lose weight for so long. Like I would continuously tell people my body was broken because I would do all of the, the clean eating. I would work out. I hired a trainer. I did all of the things, and the scale would not move. I had put on a little bit of weight over the holidays, so I did lose a little bit of that going into the beginning of the year, but then I was stuck. So for 5 months doing all the things, I was completely stuck. So not only was I able to get my sugars into a nice little rolling hill on my graph instead of these extremely high highs and crashes where I would literally stand up and get dizzy, or I would like get really sick feeling after I would eat. It actually like balanced my mood out. So I had this great energy, and I was able to release, I love that word Benny uses, 10 pounds. And I'm actually, I'm still seeing the scale go down. So I'm super, super excited.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And so there's a few common things that we're seeing, and I'm actually going to pull up to show you guys that graph that she's talking about in a minute. A few things we're seeing across the board, whether people struggle with their glucose levels or they're within normal range. So I'm actually within a normal range. Trent is a little higher than my normal range. There's people that are low, there's people that are high. Overall, people are feeling like they have more energy. They're releasing either pounds or inches, which I'll take both. And they're also feeling more satiated. So snacking less and curbing your appetite, which I have been, Trent and I are both foodies. We have a story to tell you guys. So last night, we love food and we love to eat together. So date night was last night. We had I'm going to tell you guys the secret formula that most people are also experiencing is taking your transform about 30 minutes before you eat. And then the enrich that we talked about before. With the transform, you want to make sure you're drinking lots of water. So at least 8 ounces with your transform, and then taking your enrich about 5 minutes before you eat. So we went for sushi last night. We go to this place called Shizen Sushi. And you guys, we split an entree and there was sushi left. And Trent and I kind of looked at each other and we were like, I feel like we should eat it. Should we eat it? Like, we don't really want to finish it. We left 2 pieces of sushi, and some teriyaki beef and some rice, which normally we tend to eat it all and then can have more room. And then last Sunday, because Sunday's date night for us, we went out to a restaurant and we were celebrating. And the waitress asked if we wanted dessert, and we both looked at each other and said, no. So that's the major thing that I'm noticing is I don't feel the pull towards the food. I was talking to Leslie, who we showed her pictures earlier this morning, and she said last night she went to the fridge and opened it up and just kind of stood there and then walked away. So we sometimes have those habits, but that's the one thing that I've really noticed. And we lost Gretchen. She's coming back in.
Yeah, her computer shut down.
Okay.
She's coming back.
So that's one of the things I know. So I'm going to pull up my screen. So they told us we would see measurable results within the first day. And we were like, what does that mean? So these are my measurable results from the very first day. Now, our numbers in Canada are different than the US. I'm just going to tell you guys that yours are in the hundreds. Ours go from this range. So the very first day I had yogurt, granola, and peaches, and my levels went up to a 10.6. So when it goes yellow, it's kind of like the pre area. And that was without the supplement. The same day, the same time at 8:24 the next day, I ate the exact same meal. The only difference was I took 2 transform before I ate. And my levels were down 2 points, which was absolutely incredible. And then you can see my levels here. there's spikes and the dips and the spikes and the dips. So even those lows were pretty low, and then they really leveled out on the product. So this product is, as I said before, it is new to the market. I'm going to get Lori to share a little bit about, so there's two different ways that you can get any of the Trinont products. You can buy them as a customer, but what I recommend to everybody in my life is to pick up one of our bundles. And I know Gretchen has some specials going on. So if you were invited by Gretchen tonight, make sure you reach out to her and she will share with you her specials. Oh, I was going to do an experiment.
Yes, please.
Oh my
I was
gosh, I
just
forgot about
wondering.
it. Okay, I'm going to do a little experiment with some brown sugar. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get Lori to share, why would you want to buy as an associate versus a customer? Because I always recommend it to everyone. A little backstory. I'm a single mom. Since starting this business, I'm now making 4 times what I was a year ago. Trent and I both have Jeeps in the driveway. We're both single parents. We have 4 children between our blended families, and we couldn't even afford gas a year ago, let alone going out for dinner every Sunday. So life looks a lot different than it did a year ago, health-wise, but also financially because of this business. So I'm going to let Lori talk about it, but I'm just going to show you guys what I'm doing. So I have 2 cups with brown sugar in it. I just tried this at home because I thought it was cool. And then I was like, whoa, this is blowing my mind. I'm going to add some water to it. Just make sure it's even here. And then I'm going to add one of these Transform. And the thermogenic, you guys, is spicy. So Gretchen said it's in the ginger family.
It has elements of black pepper.
And some black pepper. So when I did this the other day, we were sneezing a little bit. I'll try not to do that. Lori, will you just share why people might want to take on the business side of things?
Yes, absolutely. I'm like, I don't want to interrupt you. This is so interesting. So like Benny shared, there are 2 ways for you to order. You can order product from somebody's link, or you can get a starter kit and get your own link. And what I can tell you is this product is rapidly changing people's quality of life. And you're going to want to have a link to share with people because people are going to want it. They're going to want it. You can show them the measurable results, just like Benny was showing. We have so many of those, of the beta testers and people that have since gotten CGMs, just to kind of track how this product works. And even like yesterday, we went to the pumpkin patch and I had some of my favorite, like stuffed licorice. My sugars without Transform were so freaking high. And then later on that day, because we were at home, I took one of them and then had a piece of licorice, for snack later. It barely did anything. Like, it blew my mind. I'm like, I was up in almost the 200 range from that one piece of licorice. People are going to want this. I mean, this is literally just, my mind is blown with the testimonies coming in. I don't know anybody that doesn't want more energy, to release some weight, to sleep better, to feel better. Millions of people struggle with blood sugar issues and don't even know. I mean, I had no idea that I had any. I mean, it makes sense now, but I had no idea at the time. So I would definitely get a link and share with your friends. I mean, they're going to thank you for it. I know that. Sorry, my dogs are going wily.
My gosh, Gretchen, you guys are spirit animals with your puppies going.
That's what I was just thinking.
I usually have the disclaimer of a kid running around, so we can deal with puppies. Okay.
This is the shirt I had today just by chance. So dog people are my kind of people, Lori.
I love it.
Okay, can you guys see the difference in color? This one kind of looks like Pepsi, and this one kind of looks more like maybe Dr. Pepper. I don't really know my sodas, but this one is lighter in color. But what you'll see is when I pour it out, there's going to be less sugar in the bottom than this one here. So it's just kind of showing you, like, you guys see that sugar? It's like syrupy. And it keeps going and going.
Wild.
So there's the sugar on this one. There's the sugar on the one with Transform. So the Transform's actually going to convert about 50 to, is it 80 or 90% of your glucose into 500?
90,
90.
90%.
Yep.
50 to 90%. So that is absolutely mind blowing. And as we said, when I was told that this was going to outpace Glow, I thought, no way. But oh my goodness, I literally can't keep up with my inbox with people who are interested in the product. And as Lori said, a lot of us, we don't know what people are dealing with in our health. My chiropractor has a history of family that struggle with their glucose levels. So he is doing absolutely everything he can to be healthy, because blood sugar levels are really an indicator of our overall health. So if we can have a natural product, and then we're getting these amazing side effects like better sleep and releasing inches, that is pretty incredible. So I want to thank everyone for coming on tonight. And Gretchen, you're going to reach out to everyone and share your October specials going on.
Yes.
You guys, I have to tell you that Gretchen is just absolutely inspiring and incredible. You want to be around her. She knows so much about the products. I am learning so much about the grains of paradise from you, and you are taking on your health and you just want to help people. So if you were invited tonight, you should feel very special because Gretchen wanted to share with you guys. As I said before, I am here to answer any questions. One of the great things about the business is we have our so much help. So Lori's here as well. I'm in Canada. You guys are in the US.
And everybody there's always somebody in a time zone that works that can help with anything at any moment. And the family, it's not even a team, it's a family that is in this together to change health, problem solve for people, and just make life better and worth living for everyone. It's amazing.
Oh my goodness. Amazing. Okay. Well, we actually have a team training on this line in a few minutes. So I'm going to log off. And then if you are jumping back on for a training, jump back on. Once again, thank you, Lori. Thank you, Trent and Tina, for sharing, and Gretchen for just being so incredible. I just love watching you take on your health and also now the business. So, okay, we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Good night.
Like.